I don't know the way back. Can you draw me a map to school? Oh, right, makes sense. Without any hesitation, Adachi agreed to my random suggestion and pulled out a notebook and a pen, both of which looked like they were covered in dust, out from her bag. Again, I was impressed that she even had those. Adachi's house, located around 30 minutes from where we had started, was white. The walls, I mean. There was a carport on the left side of the building, though no vehicles were parked under its roof at the moment. The walls made it hard to see, but inside, I could catch a glimpse of the tip of a green cloth sign. In front of the main entrance stood a field consisting of 3, maybe 4, plots in total, and straight past it, a massive factory-like building, giving off the countryside feel. It looked a lot like where I lived. There used to be a lot more fields in the past. You will rarely see any houses as you walk around, just endless grass and its smell. These days, it was pretty much all houses though, and it was the fields which had become a rare sight. I had drawn a picture of myself walking along the side of the field in elementary school, but that scenery no longer existed. Okay, done. It's the path I take when I bike to school, so you'll probably be able to pass through it. What's that supposed to mean? That I'm wider than a bike? If you spread out your arms, then yeah. Laughing, Adachi handed me the map she'd drawn on a torn-off page of her notebook. Who walks like that, with their arms spread? Looking at the map, I traced the way back to school with my finger. It was there that I realized something. Now that I had this, I could come to Adachi's house by myself. Not that that will come in handy often. What was the point of coming if I didn't know whether Adachi was home or not? Are you wet? Adachi asked, patting my shoulders and hair. Yeah, pretty soaked. Right. The rain did get stronger while we were getting here. Adachi hadn't been safe from the downpour either. Her bangs were wet and stuck to her brow. Having perhaps noticed this from the way I was looking at her head, she brushed them up with her hand. This revealed her forehead, giving her a slightly different vibe from usual. She seemed more mature this way. Wanna come in? I can let you a towel or something if you want. Nah, I'm good. I mean, if I walk in all soaked, that'll be a nuisance for you, right? It was like I was forcing Adachi to agree with my reason to refuse her offer. A wry smile appeared on her face. Backing away? That's so like you, Shimamura. Excuse me? Who gave you permission to decide that? I felt a sudden urge to lash back. At the same time, I knew that there was truth to her words, and that it definitely wasn't a good trait. Okay then, I'll come in. No, you won't. Go home. Rejected. How mean of Adachi to pull back her offer the second I accepted it. Well, whatever. I turned around and began to leave. Just then, Adachi called out to me. Shimamura, umbrella. She held out the folding umbrella I had been using while we were riding her bike here. It's gonna be tough without an umbrella, right? Thanks. I'll give it back tomorrow. If I show up to school tomorrow, then sure. What an Adachi-like thing to say. Waving her goodbye with the umbrella I received, I left her house. It had taken us 30 minutes to ride here together. Riding by yourself, it probably took closer to 20. Walking took about twice as long, so 40 minutes. And that was just to reach the school. I'd still have to spend 20 minutes walking home. All that added up, it will take me approximately an hour. Damn. Shimamura. A voice called me from above. I turned my head up, and through the umbrella, saw Adachi. She was on the second floor of their house. It seemed that she had rushed up the stairs to make an appearance through the window. It was kind of absurd to think about and made me laugh. But what is it? Well, first, take this towel. Adachi said as she dropped a towel down to me. Not wanting it to hit the wet ground, I let go of the umbrella and opened my arms wide. That defeats the purpose, I heard her mumble. Still, I managed to grab it. After picking the umbrella back up and shaking the droplets of water of it, I used a towel to wipe my face. It was flaming yellow and didn't smell of Adachi, perhaps due to having been washed recently. Not that I knew what she smelled like in the first place. Thanks. No problem. She had said first, so was there more? Thinking that, I looked up to her, still holding the towel. Adachi simply stared back silently, however, her elbow in the window frame, propping up her chin. The only sound that could be heard was that of rain. I wiped my hair with the borrowed towel. One more thing I need to return tomorrow. Just then, Adachi opened her mouth. Sorry. About what? I just feel bad for making you take such a long detour. The nonchalant expression on her face really made me question how genuine that sentiment was. Want me to give you a ride back? Huh? No, that made the whole thing pointless. If she did that, then for what reason had I come to her house? Although, to be fair, even I didn't know the answer to that question. I guess that's true. Adachi nodded, her expression still the same, and we returned to silence. These moments of emptiness that arose between me and Adachi made me feel restless. I felt like I needed to say something, anything. There was another feeling too, a desire to get away as soon as possible. I couldn't think of anything to say, so I went with the latter this time. Anyway, I'm going now. Okay, see you tomorrow, maybe. Another vague statement. Adachi really was keeping whether or not she'd go to school ambiguous. She closed the window, and I walked away, the towel hanging around my neck. Did it make me look like a middle-aged man? What a weird day. What might Adachi have thought about for those 20 minutes as she rode to school, knowing that she wasn't even going to go to class? As I walked back along the slightly longer than normal route to home, I grew curious about her inner thoughts. Today, we have talked about friends. Maybe tomorrow we should talk about school.